Hello, YouTube. It's me again. Apparently, my last video caused two atheists to lose their minds at me, which I find funny. I'm just a nobody. I only have like 6, 7 followers, 2 free views per video. And it's like, you went out your way to watch my video, then claim I was wrong, and didn't leave where I was wrong. In fact, the one's like, I'm roaming YouTube looking for an audience theist, and you fall short of the mark. I'm like, that actually made me laugh because I'm just a person on YouTube, just saying my honest opinion. You could disagree with my opinion, but I'm being completely honest about my opinion, the things I studied and stuff. Yeah, they're like, hey, you're not honest. You're not an honest theist. Step it up. Okay, what part did I get wrong? The fact that the atheists have a habit of taking everything out of context. The fact that I got attacked on Twitter by a person that was trying to take the usual attack of Adolf Hitler was a Christian when he wasn't. In fact, many of the guys he hired was interested in Norse mythology. Himmler actually made his own cult out of the SS. The History Channel featured this like 1,000,000 times. But yeah, I'm not being honest. Apparently, I don't know what I was being dishonest about, but apparently he found all my comments to be dishonest. So it's good for a bit. I mean, I mentioned that the Bible, you have to take the Bible entire context, or of course it's going to be. And you also gotta take in the fact that each different book of the Bible was written in different time periods. It wasn't written all at once in a cave somewhere 100 years after Jesus' death, and they just threw it out there. This thing was written over thousands and thousands of years. The first 5 books of Moses were written from the time Moses left Egypt until his death. That's a good 30, 40 years in between that and that. And the rules he laid out, you can actually see it. I mean, in the first book of Moses, second book of Moses, the law says it's okay to own a slave. The last book of Moses says you're not allowed to own a slave. Now, if it was written all at once in the same year, then maybe there's a contradiction. But this is written over years and years and years. And Jesus himself actually hinted at the fact that some of those laws written in the Old Testament are only there because we humans tend to screw things up. I mean, just because God says it's law doesn't mean he actually supports it. I mean, in there perfect example is divorce. The Pharisee came up to him, asked Jesus about the law, when it was lawful to divorce your wife. And Jesus, the only reason why that law was there was because, hey, it's because he knew you humans can't get along with each other. That's the only reason why that law's in there. In fact, in a perfect marriage, a perfect life, there is no need for divorce. If you actually follow God's commandments and follow his teaching, and there's no reason for divorce. But he's like, your guys are so evil that, you know, you had to put that law in there because we got to give you a little leniency because you're too stupid to see that. And of course, these atheists look at that and go, oh, contradiction, contradiction. It's like, no, it's not. It's not at all because, yeah. Because, like I said before, these things were written over thousands and thousands of years, and some of this stuff is actually tweaking of the law stuff. And some of those stuff was put in there not because God supports it, but because he knows we're stupid. You know, he said, okay, if you guys are going to do this, there's going to be some guidelines to it. I don't support it, but there's going to be guidelines to it. And then there's one done by this, these few contradictions also that atheists love to point out is in the story of Jesus' death. He's like, well, Luke says this. Mark doesn't talk about this. Matthew doesn't talk about this. And so on. It's like, you do realize only 2 disciples were actually there to witness his death. Luke came about... Yeah, Luke wasn't even a disciple. Luke was a guy that came in much later. Like 20, 30, 40 years down the road after Jesus' death. And he was just interviewing people. Getting their statements down. You know, like an investigative reporter or a documentary film crew in this day and age. The reason why some of these books mention this thing and somebody else mentions another thing doesn't necessarily mean it's a contradiction. It just means somebody saw this going on over here, somebody saw that going on over here. And this writer says, well, I heard this about Jesus' death, so I'm going to put this in here. All right, so I heard this about his death. There's only 2 people there that knew Jesus. But somehow it's a contradiction. It's like, no, it's not a contradiction. Because I believe everything that happened when Jesus' death actually happened. It's just so many different places. The reason why some things are not mentioned with some books is because they weren't there to witness it. Or if they're mentioned a little bit because they weren't there to witness it. So they just put a little footnote in it. Or something like that. That's not a contradiction. I mean, in fact, I would be more suspicious of a religious text if I would be more suspicious of the Bible if the first 4 books are like carbon copies of each other and they're saying the same dang thing over and over again. Now that's suspicious. Because that would point to one author. That would point to one witness. One guy's work, so to speak. But it goes to prove that the Bible was written by many different people. Now, I'm done talking about this subject, about atheism and how waste of time it is to debate these people, because it is a waste of time. Because no matter what, well, let's take honest theist guy for example. See, he doesn't want somebody that's honest about his beliefs and stuff. No, this guy most likely wants somebody that agrees with him 90% of the time, so you go like, see. Even the theist over here agrees with me that the Bible's corrupt. He even agrees with me that there's some contradictions. So, yeah, when somebody says, I wanted to go around YouTube looking for somebody to debate honest theist, they're full of crap. Because there's nothing honest about what they're looking for. Now, if this guy was really interested in an honest discussion, he would point out where he thought I was wrong, showed his evidence, and we can have an actual debate. But nope, he just said I was wrong. The other guy's like, yeah, the other commenter on that video is like, well, yeah, he pretty much did the same thing the other guy did. Well, anyways, I'm gonna stop now because I don't want to make this too long. Hope you all having a nice night. Bye.